Imagine this. You're lying awake at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling. Your mind is racing. Work deadlines, family drama, bills, health worries. That argument you had 3 days ago that you still can't let go of. Your heart feels heavy. Your chest feels tight. And somewhere, deep inside, you whisper a question into the darkness. Will I ever feel peace? Not happiness, not excitement, not success. Just peace. That quiet, unshakable calm that doesn't depend on what's happening around you. The kind of peace that stays with you even when life falls apart. The kind of peace that feels sacred. If you've ever asked yourself that question, if you've ever felt like you're climbing through life but never arriving, then this book was written for you. The Golden Ladder by Ana Holub. A spiritual masterpiece, a roadmap to inner peace, a guide to climbing out of suffering and into the light of your own soul. Today, we're not just summarizing a book, we're walking a sacred path together. So take a deep breath, settle in, and let's begin the climb. So what is the Golden Ladder really about? At its core, this book teaches that inner peace is not a destination, it's a climb. A ladder with distinct rungs, each representing a stage of spiritual growth. Ana Holub draws from ancient Eastern philosophy, Buddhist wisdom, and universal spiritual truths to show us that peace isn't found by escaping life, it's found by mastering how we respond to it. The ladder represents the journey from suffering to enlightenment, from chaos to calm, from ego to essence. Each rung requires awareness, discipline, compassion, and surrender. And the beautiful truth? You don't have to climb it all at once. One step at a time is enough. This book is for anyone who's tired of chasing external validation and ready to discover the unshakable peace that already lives within them. Now, let's climb. The 5 rungs of the Golden Ladder. Scene 1. The waking moment. Let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah is 34. She works in marketing in downtown Chicago. From the outside, her life looks great. Good job, nice apartment, active social life. But every Sunday night, she feels this crushing weight in her chest. It starts around 6 p.m., right when the weekend ends and Monday looms ahead. She scrolls through Instagram. She pours another glass of wine. She distracts herself with Netflix, but the feeling never really leaves. It's this low hum of dread, of emptiness, of, is this it? Is this all life is? One day, her therapist asks her a simple question. Sarah, do you even realize you're suffering? And Sarah pauses because she'd never named it before. She thought this was just normal, adult life, stress, the grind. But it wasn't normal. It was suffering, and she'd been numb to it for years. Concept explanation, the first noble truth. This is where the Golden Ladder begins, with awareness. Ana Holub echoes the first teaching of the Buddha. Life contains suffering, not because life is cruel, but because we resist reality. We cling to what feels good. We push away what feels bad. We live in constant tension between what is and what we wish it could be. And that tension, that's suffering. But here's the beautiful part. The moment you become aware of your suffering is the moment you step onto the first rung of the ladder. You can't heal what you don't acknowledge. You can't change what you refuse to see. Awareness is not defeat, it's the beginning of liberation. Practical application. Name your suffering. So how do you apply this today? Start by naming it. Sit with yourself, no phone, no distractions, and ask, where in my life am I suffering? What am I avoiding? What low-level anxiety or dissatisfaction have I been ignoring? Write it down. Say it out loud. Acknowledge it with compassion, not judgment. This isn't about wallowing, it's about waking up. Because once you see the cage, you can start unlocking the door. Takeaway. You cannot heal what you refuse to see. Awareness of suffering is not weakness, it's the first step toward peace. The climb begins when you stop pretending everything is fine. Have you ever had a moment where you suddenly realized, wait, I'm not okay? What was that moment like for you? Share in the comments. We're all climbing together. Act 2. Rung 2. Acceptance and letting go. Picture this. You're holding a handful of sand tightly. You're afraid if you loosen your grip, you'll lose it all. So you squeeze harder and harder. But the tighter you hold, the more the sand slips through your fingers. This is what we do with life. We cling to relationships that are over. We replay conversations we can't change. We grip tightly to the way things used to be or the way we think they should be. And in doing so, we create our own suffering. Meet James. James lost his job during the pandemic. He spent months angry at his boss, at the economy, at himself. He kept thinking, this wasn't supposed to happen. I did everything right.
His anger kept him stuck, paralyzed, bitter, until one day his friend said something that changed everything. James, you can't control what happened, but you can control whether you keep carrying it. And slowly, painfully, James learned to unclench his fist, to let the sand fall, to accept what was, so he could finally move forward. Acceptance is not giving up. Ana Holub dedicates an entire chapter to this truth. Acceptance is not surrender to defeat, it's surrender to reality. When we fight reality, we suffer. When we accept it, we free up energy to actually change what we can. Acceptance doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean you become passive. It means you stop wasting energy on things you cannot control. In Buddhist philosophy, this is called letting go of attachment. In Western psychology, it's called radical acceptance. In plain English, it's this: peace begins when the war with reality ends. Practical application? The serenity reflection. Here's a daily practice Holub suggests. Every morning before the day begins, say this, out loud or silently. Today, I will accept what I cannot change. I will act on what I can, and I will trust the difference. When something frustrating happens, traffic, a rude email, a canceled plan, pause and ask, can I control this? No? Then I release it. This doesn't make you weak. It makes you wise. Takeaway? Clinging to what's already gone only creates suffering. Acceptance is not giving up. It's choosing peace over resistance. The second rung is learning to unclench your fist and trust the flow. What's one thing you've been holding on to that you know you need to let go of? It could be a grudge, a regret, or even an old version of yourself. Let's talk about it. Rung 3. Discipline and daily practice. Scene: the monk and the student. There's an old story Ana Holub shares in the book. A young student travels to a monastery high in the mountains. He asks the head monk, "Master, how did you achieve such peace?" The monk smiles and says, "I practice." The student is confused. "What practice?" "Everything," the monk replies. "I practice sitting. I practice breathing. I practice eating. I practice listening. I practice being present every single day." The student looks disappointed. "That's it? There's no secret?" The monk chuckles. "The secret is that there is no secret. Peace is built one moment at a time through discipline. Peace is a practice, not a feeling. Here's the hard truth most spiritual books won't tell you. You will not feel peaceful every day, but you can choose to practice peace every day. Discipline is what carries you when motivation fades. It's the daily meditation, even when you don't feel like it. It's the morning journaling, the evening gratitude, the mindful breathing during a stressful meeting. Holub writes, "The golden ladder is not climbed in moments of inspiration. It's climbed in moments of commitment." Most people quit because they expect instant results. But inner peace is like learning a language. You don't become fluent overnight. You show up, you practice, you stumble, you try again. And one day you realize, I'm different now. I'm calmer. I'm more centered. I'm free. Practical application? Build your sacred routine. Holub recommends creating a non-negotiable daily practice. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It just has to be consistent. Here's a simple one. Morning, 5 to 10 minutes. Sit in silence. Take 10 deep breaths. Set an intention. Today I choose peace. Evening, 5 to 10 minutes. Reflect on 3 things you're grateful for. Release 1 thing you're holding on to. Breathe deeply and rest. Do this every single day for 30 days. Watch what happens. Takeaway: peace is not a peak experience, it's a daily practice. Discipline is love in action. It's choosing your future self over your present comfort. The third rung is showing up even when you don't feel like it.
Do you have a daily practice? Meditation, journaling, prayer, or something else? If not, what's one small habit you could start tomorrow? Let us know. Activation Scene 4. Compassion for Self and Others. Mirror of the Heart. Let me tell you about Maria. Maria is the friend everyone goes to for advice. She's kind, patient, and always knows what to say. But when it comes to herself, she's brutal. She criticizes every mistake. She replays every awkward conversation. She holds herself to impossible standards. One day, her best friend asks her, "Maria, would you ever talk to me the way you talk to yourself?" Maria freezes. "Of course not. I'd never be that mean to you. Her friend nods. Then why do you think you deserve it? That question broke something open in Maria, because she realized she'd been her own worst enemy. The inner critic versus the inner companion. Ana Holub teaches that you cannot climb the ladder while carrying the weight of self-hatred. Most of us have an inner critic, a voice that constantly judges, shames, and belittles us. We think this voice keeps us motivated, but in reality, it keeps us stuck. True peace requires self-compassion. It requires treating yourself the way you treat a dear friend, with patience, with kindness, with forgiveness. And here's the ripple effect. The more compassion you have for yourself, the more you naturally extend to others. You stop judging. You stop needing to be right. You start seeing people as mirrors of your own struggles. Holub writes, "Compassion is the bridge between suffering and peace. Walk it gently." Practical application. The self-compassion pause. Next time you make a mistake or feel bad about yourself, try this. 1. Pause. Don't spiral. Just stop. 2. Place a hand on your heart. Literally, feel the warmth. Say this softly. I'm human. I'm learning. I'm doing my best, and that's enough. Do this every time the inner critic shows up. Over time, you'll rewire your brain toward kindness. Takeaway. A. You cannot hate yourself into peace. B. Compassion for yourself is not selfish, it's essential. C. The fourth rung is learning to be your own best friend. When's the last time you were truly kind to yourself? Not just surface level, but deeply, genuinely kind. Tell us your story. Activation Scene 5. Surrender to the divine flow. River and the rock. Imagine a river. There's a rock sitting in the middle of the current. The water flows around it, smoothly, effortlessly. The rock doesn't fight the river. It doesn't try to control the direction. It simply exists in harmony. Now imagine a person standing in that river trying to push the water backwards. Exhausting, right? Impossible. That's what we do when we refuse to surrender. We try to control everything. We try to force outcomes. We plan every detail, and when life doesn't go our way, we collapse in frustration. But Ana Holub offers a different way. Surrender. Not as defeat, but as trust. Trust that life has a current, a flow, a divine intelligence that's far greater than your small plans. Surrender is the highest wisdom. This is the final rung of the golden ladder and the hardest. Surrender means releasing the illusion of control. It means saying, I will do my best and I will trust the outcome. In Eastern philosophy, this is called Wu Wei, effortless action. In Christianity, it's Thy will be done. In plain terms, it's this: stop trying to micromanage the universe. Do your part, then let go. Holub writes, the ego wants control. The soul wants peace. You cannot have both. When you surrender, you stop resisting life. You stop needing things to be a certain way. You align with what is, rather than what you wish it could be. And paradoxically, this is when life starts working with you instead of against you. Important application: daily surrender prayer. Every morning, before you start your day, say this: I will do my best today. I will act with intention and love, and I will trust that whatever unfolds is part of a greater plan. I surrender my need to control, and I open myself to the flow. Then, let the day unfold. Notice how much lighter you feel. Takeaway: surrender is not giving up, it's letting go of the illusion of control. B. Peace comes when you stop fighting the river and start flowing with it. C. Surrender is learning to trust that life knows what it's doing, even when you don't. What's one area of your life where you need to surrender control? Work? Love? The future? Let's talk about it. FAQs, your most searched questions. A. How do I find inner peace in a chaotic world? Inner peace doesn't mean your external world is calm. It means your internal world is unshaken. Start by creating small pockets of stillness, a morning meditation, a walk without your phone, or 5 minutes of deep breathing. Practice noticing your thoughts without reacting to them. Remember, peace is not the absence of chaos, it's the presence of calm within it. Build it daily, one intentional moment at a time, and eventually it becomes your baseline. You can't control the storm, but you can anchor yourself. B. What are practical ways to stay calm during stress? When stress hits, your body goes into fight or flight mode. To counteract this, activate your parasympathetic nervous system. Breathe deeply, inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Place a hand on your heart and remind yourself, I am safe. This will pass. Ground yourself by naming
5 things you can see, 4 you can touch, 3 you hear, 2 you smell, and 1 you taste. Practice this regularly, not just in crisis. Calmness is a muscle. You build it through repetition. Q3. Can inner peace really be achieved, or is it just a concept? Inner peace is absolutely achievable, but it's not a permanent state you reach and never leave. It's a practice you return to again and again. Think of it like physical fitness. You don't work out once and stay fit forever. You train consistently. Inner peace works the same way. There will be days you feel off-center, and that's okay. What matters is that you have tools, meditation, self-compassion, surrender to come back to your center. Peace is not perfection, it's resilience. Q4. How long does it take to feel truly peaceful? There's no fixed timeline. Some people feel shifts in days, others in months or years. It depends on your starting point, your consistency, and your willingness to let go. But here's the truth. Even small practices create immediate relief. A single mindful breath can calm your nervous system. A moment of self-compassion can soften your inner critic. Don't wait for some distant arrival. Peace is available right now, in this moment. The journey itself is the destination. Conclusion. Your climb begins now. So here we are, at the end of this video, but really at the beginning of your climb. Because the Golden Ladder isn't just a book, it's a mirror, a map, a reminder that the peace you've been searching for out there in achievements, in relationships, in success, has been inside you all along. Let's walk back through the rungs one more time. Rung 1, awareness. You cannot heal what you refuse to see. Name your suffering. Acknowledge it with compassion.
Rung 2, acceptance. Let go of the war with reality. Unclench your fist. Trust the flow. Rung 3, discipline. Peace is a practice, not a feeling. Show up every single day, even when it's hard. Rung 4, compassion. Be kind to yourself first, then watch that kindness ripple outward. Rung 5, surrender. Release the need to control. Trust that life knows what it's doing. This is the golden ladder, and you don't have to climb it all at once. One rung at a time is enough. One breath, one choice, one moment of presence. The world will keep spinning. The chaos will keep coming. But you'll be grounded, centered, unshaken. Because you've learned the secret that most people never discover. True peace is not found, it's built, one rung at a time. So I'll ask you one last time, will you ever feel peace? Yes, you will. Because the climb has already begun. If this video resonated with you, if you felt something shift inside, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. Tell me which rung you're on. Tell me what you're working on. Let's support each other. And subscribe to Ladder Up English, because we're not just reading books here. We're living them. We're climbing together. And hey, share this video with someone who needs to hear it, someone who's searching, someone who's struggling, someone who's ready to climb. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for choosing peace. Now go. Your ladder is waiting.